step back. This is the promise for subscribers. And if you subscribe to my sandbox, you can find it in the About section here on Substack. But if you subscribe, you can walk with me and have this discussion, have these conversations every morning. I'm opening it up today to start off the new year, to invite more people to join us. So walk along today. Let's talk about it. If we've never met before, my name is Jeff. I'm in Indianapolis. That's where I live. That's where I walk, in one of the historic neighborhoods here, and got a coffee shop about 1.25 miles from my house. About 6 years ago, I started walking over here every morning, and it's a walk that has over time served me really well for a lot of reasons. So I invite you to walk along with me. I also host a show every morning in a private community of people. It's called Java with Jeff, and it's our morning mindset reset. We focus on mindfulness, on practices, on intentionality, all the things that are necessary for growth. And I really intend this segment here on Substack to be an extension of that. Broaden the audience, open these conversations up for more folks across more, across more areas. That's not the right way to say it, but open it up to more folks, because the conversations that we have on Java with Jeff, as I said, is for a private community, and these topics are not exclusive to anybody. They're important to everybody. So anyway, that's a little bit of background. We've made it about 2 blocks at this point, so we may as well get to it. The only email that I subscribe to and actually read. How's that? How many emails do you subscribe to? Email newsletters, those kind of things. My inbox is just flooded with things that I've subscribed to. I'm guessing that you might be the same. The thing is, I only read one, and this is not a sales pitch. This is not sponsored. This is not anything. This is just the truth. This is just the reality. There's only one email that I subscribe to that I read on a regular basis. And by regular basis, I do actually mean every week when it comes out. And the rest of them, maybe every once in a while. There's a lot that I subscribe to that I never even open. So to be transparent, they go in a folder in my Gmail and will probably never be opened. So how's that for reality? That's the real. But that email that I actually read is James Clear. He's the author of Atomic Habits. Every Thursday sends out a 321 email. I read it on Fridays to the Java with Jeff audience. Sometimes on Mondays when there's been a holiday like the past. So I wanted to take a segment out of James Clear's 321 email from January 1st and talk about it today. Because it's really, I think it's a good place to start off the year. So in 321 is 3 ideas from James Clear, 2 quotes from others, and 1 question for you. One of the ideas from the 321 from January 1st is that habits, let's see, how does it go? Habits are focused on, I'm going to mess this up, so you'll have to go read it, or go to, I posted this earlier as a note here on Substack. Habits are about outcomes. Lifestyles are about real change. I don't think that's how he said it. It's gone out of my head now. But this idea that the focus on outcomes versus lifestyle is It's sort of a trap, I think, that we fall into. Oh, I want to lose 15 pounds. Oh, I want to read this book. I want to get better at this. And we focus on the specific outcome rather than focusing on the lifestyle it takes to make real change in our lives. And as soon as I read that, it's the resolution time of year, right? I am not a resolutionist. I will hopefully make it over to the gym today or this evening where I take my yoga classes, and I will be annoyed because the parking lot will be packed. The gym will be packed. You have to sign up for yoga classes. So I know I have my spots, or my mat space, but as it is every year, there'll be lots and lots of new / additional / whatever people there. And, nothing against them. I mean, this is what happens every year. It's nothing against them. Kudos to you for deciding that you want to get in shape. Kudos to you that you want to lose 15 pounds, whatever the thing is. It's just this thing that happens every year, right? We name the thing, we name the outcome that we want, we set a resolution. And then within a month and a half, I forget, there's actually a study that talks about the amount of time that resolutions usually last, but they don't last long. It's like a month and a half or 8 or 9 weeks or something like that. So people, they make these resolutions, and they're usually focused on a specific outcome, gradual change to get to this specific outcome, and they usually die. And I've been thinking about the idea of resolution versus revolution, or revolution versus resolution, for a number of reasons. But and I also posted this in the note on my Substack, the difference between revolution and resolution. Resolution are rarely accomplished. They're focused on slow, gradual change, focused on an outcome. Not that there's not an outcome desired that drives revolutions, but revolutions, by definition, require complete change, like immersive change. They require us to completely overhaul whatever it is. It's the government, it's our life, it's whatever, right? So revolution, to me, to relate it back to the James Clear quote, the revolution is a focus on lifestyle. It's a focus on complete and utter change, transformation. Resolutions, I don't think are. I think resolutions are this focus on, now, that could be the ultimate goal, I suppose, but often the resolution is focused on a sort of a finite outcome, and often not maintained, often not met, things like that. And so that's what I'm wondering about as we start this year, as we kick off 2026. Do we not need a revolution? Whatever it is that you need to change in your life, do you not need a revolution? Do you not need to focus on becoming something else, something new, someone new? James Clear goes, and one thing I'll say, if you've not read Atomic Habits, you should. I mean, it's a great book to read or reread. But the 321 email from last week is very much Atomic Habits. almost everything in it harkens back to, very specific passages from Atomic Habits, I guess. But one of the things that is in the email and is in Atomic Habits is I forget how he says it, but don't have a goal of reading a book. Instead, transform yourself into a reader. Don't have a goal of running a marathon. Instead, transform yourself into a runner. Right? And that's the difference between outcome and lifestyle. Right? What's the lifestyle that we have to adopt in order to get to where we want to be, in order to accomplish those goals, so to speak? Right? So, again, revolution versus resolution. It's not about losing weight. It's about becoming more healthy eater or whatever. If I say I am going to become a healthy person, that forces me to start acting as a healthy person does, as a healthy person would, right? Eating, exercising, whatever the things are that are necessary. If I say, and another tie back to Java with Jeff, I often talk about growth in terms of 3 different facets, because I think these 3 facets really sort of encapsulate a holistic person. But if we think about growth in terms of personal growth and relationship growth and professional growth, whether it's your business or your job or your career, whatever it is. So we think about growth through each of those 3 lenses. All right. Now I forgot where I was going with that. If I say, I run my own small business. If I say I want to increase my revenue this year by $500,000, or I want to, X% of profit or something like that. And instead of setting that specific goal, that focus on that specific outcome, that number, whether it's a percentage or a dollar figure, whatever it is, instead focus first on, I'm going to become a profitable business owner. And then start acting like that. Ask the question, what does a profitable business owner do in specific situations? How does a profitable business owner adjust their pricing? How does a profitable business owner develop new products or services? That's how you can start breaking it down. Because if you have this goal of, I want to increase my revenue by $5, okay, that, right? It still opens up this question. The same with I'm going to become a profitable business owner. But then the question is focused. It's not focused on tactics and techniques and whatnot. It's focused on how a profitable business owner conducts themselves. It's focused on an attitude. It's focused on a lifestyle. So again, these are just sort of mindset tricks or changes or adjustments. But that's what drives us. This came up in Java with Jeff, but we can look at things in a number of different ways. I think it was Henry Ford. Might have this wrong, but I think it was Henry Ford that said, whether you think you can or you cannot, you're right. If we think we can achieve this or we think we can't achieve this, we're right. It's a mindset, right? We get to decide how our day is going to go, how our week is going to go, how our month is going to go, how our year is going to go. it's a matter of perspective. It's a matter of approach. Not that we necessarily have any control over much of anything, but the way that we show up determines how things play out for us. So if we show up with or in a scarcity mindset or a fear mindset, that is what's going to drive the way that we act. That's going to drive the way that we show up. It's going to drive the way that we approach things, the way that we respond to things. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Our brain believes, right? We can create these belief systems, and our brain will believe and respond to those things over the actual physical reality. So I think that's another important vote for lifestyle over outcome. And if I'm focused on lifestyle, I'm going to be a healthy person. Maybe that means I exercise more. Maybe that means I raise my protein intake and lower my carbohydrate intake, whatever it means. Right? I can focus on this belief that I am a healthy person, that I am conducting myself as a healthy person, versus stepping on the scale every morning and saying, oh, I gained 5 pounds, I lost 5 pounds. Whatever the number is, the number being so finite, and I'm basing my success, my thumbs up or thumbs down, on whether or not I hit a specific number. Success or failure being whether or not I hit a specific number, not whether or not I'm actually conducting myself, building a lifestyle that will allow me to get to this point. I don't know if that makes sense. It's making sense in my head. I don't know if it's making sense to you. So, developing this belief system, this mindset, if you will, where I have the ability to control my responses. I have the ability to control the way I show up. My brain, and you can Google this, you can Google the research on this, my brain will believe these things that I tell myself. The most important story you tell is a story that you tell to yourself, and your brain will believe it, and your brain will act and respond to that, whether we actually see it manifested in physical form or not. That's where it starts. So if I can develop this belief, this lifestyle, this mindset that I am, whether it's for my personal growth or relationship growth or professional growth, right? I am a profitable business owner. I am a healthy person. I have a healthy, loving relationship with someone, if it's a significant other or even a family member, right? There's lots of different types of relationships that we have. But if we can get ourselves to the point where we're believing in a lifestyle, we're naming a lifestyle that we desire, that is the mindset that's going to help us achieve and sustain the success that we're looking for. All right. Made it over to the coffee shop. So I'm going to wrap this up. I'll be back again tomorrow, about 9:30 a.m. Eastern, with some more thoughts. And I hope that you join me. I'd love for this to be a discussion rather than Jeff just walking and talking. So we will develop this to that end. Morning. All right. Thanks for walking with me this morning, and I will see you tomorrow.